Sting, on the surface, is a hard genre movie. When I say hard genre, it's a horror movie, straight horror movie, creature feature with a big spider. But underneath that, there is a beautiful stepfather-daughter journey, and I think that's what really spoke to me.
When I read the script, it came from a very personal place from Kiah. I could see that. It was really rooted in some truths that he had experienced in his life, and he had managed to write a script that combined the depth of that emotion and character journey with the fun and spills and scares that he was known for.
The real genesis when it kicked up a gear was I had a meeting in James Wan's office with his producer, and he was telling me that they do almost like a template system when it comes to making their films, which is like a single location, one monster, family. And I'm like, I wonder if I could have a crack at that. What's a monster that is truly terrifying? And nobody's ever really done a really decent giant spider movie, and I have intense arachnophobia. It seems like the idea of a giant spider has been lodged in my brain for a while. I remember sort of thinking about this probably 20 years ago. So today is day 4. Today we are discovering the hideous, mutilated, bloated corpse of Maria in the bathroom. And then we come over to Charlotte's bedroom, and we do some craning down into a jar. We've got little spider legs pincering through the air holes in the jar to turn the jar to open it. So it's the jar equivalent of the doorknob turning, in a horror film. So it's just a jar this time.
I've been a fan of Kiah Roache-Turner for years. Kiah has always had an incredible eye for action and an incredible love for genre that you can see on the screen, and he has an incredible connection with his audience.
I think Kiah Roache-Turner is a big US studio filmmaker. I thought Sting was an excellent vehicle to help Kiah tell the type of stories that he would be excellent at telling.
And when he's shooting the film, he knows exactly how the film's going to fit together, which is a huge plus when you're shooting, because it means the director's very, very adaptable in the way, if things go wrong, he knows how to sort them out. He's always on top of it.
Kiah just wrote such incredibly vibrant characters, and then just after our first conversations with Kiah, it became very apparent that he was not at all scared of pushing those boundaries, and that there was the potential to have a lot of fun with the characters.
He's the best director ever. He's incredible because he has such an overall sense of how it's going to be put together, as most directors have to. And he's really great at directing me. He always obviously directs me, but then he leaves just the right amount of room for me to do my own creativity.
He knows what he wants, which is really, it's just great to work with someone who knows exactly what they want from you.
And he's right in it. I mean, of course, he's the director, he should be. He wrote it and he directed it. He knows it thoroughly.
He's just, one of the greatest guys to work with. He really is, because of the skills that he brings to the table. Directing skills, writing skills, and the editing skills as well. As I said, really give him such a complete vision of what it is he's making.
He's just trying to entertain you. He's also just sitting there thinking about the final product and the audience, every frame of the movie. He's a wonderful communicator. It was really excellent working with him and watching him navigate all of the different actors, all of the different heads of department and their processes. I think what Kiah's biggest strength is really his ability to listen and communicate with people on their level. And that's a really important skill in a director, and I think Kiah's going to go on to have quite a big career.
I think that Kiah is also at a phase in his career where he's kind of taking that next step into being an iconoclastic director, but also fusing in drama and these more kind of mature themes. And he's doing a really great job. It's really exciting to see his vision, and he has such a unique, interesting way of directing. He's very visual, but also very rhythmic and almost kind of balletic. So I think that that's really helped to have this kind of shorthand and understanding, what the narrative is from a visual perspective and how we can perform to heighten that and also just keep the flow and the rhythm moving, which is so important to this kind of genre as well.
But this one got pretty personal pretty quick. This is my 4th film. I've been writing for a long time. I was going through a dark time when I wrote this. So I took all the stuff that my own family was going through and just put it in a script. This is a script about a stepdad. I'm a stepdad. This is a script about, a family that is going through a hard time, that's just had a new baby. I was going through that, And so I put a lot of personal stuff, in this. And I think that's probably one of the things that is good about it, is that it's got a pretty solid formula. It's got a great monster, and it's got some really personal, very real, rich family textures that come from a real place, It's been good to work on something like that, And it was really nice to sort of flex my muscles and do something like dramatic and like weirdly personal, Yeah, I enjoyed that.